Good evening. The Sarawak government is prepared to implement a comprehensive transformation of the roles played by the public sector and government-linked companies, GLCs, to drive a more competitive and sustainable state economy. Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Dato' Abang Openg said this transformation requires the public service to go beyond merely functioning as a policy administrator. He explained that the public service must instead become a strategic partner to the private sector by fostering innovation, productivity, and commercial efficiency.
In other words, the civil service has to change its overall approach and overall structure, become a partner to those in the public sector. Jadi nyasik lagi kerja perintah. Yang kerja dengan agensi kepunyaan perintah. Kerana you know lah, when you start a commercial enterprise, you need certain seed capital. Government can provide the capital. And then these agencies with its specific objective will have to run like private sector and in return give dividend to the government. So that is what will happen in the future. So are we ready for that?
He said this in his keynote address at the Sarawak Corporate Leadership Summit 2025 on Wednesday. The Premier added that this new approach will position the public service as a catalyst for economic development, while GLCs act as key drivers of growth, creating employment opportunities and encouraging innovation. The SCLS 2025 Team Future Ready Governance, Catalyzing Collaborative Leadership for Sarawak's Next Lift, gathered 115 leaders from statutory bodies and GLCs to discuss strategies to strengthen leadership, governance and strategic collaboration in accelerating Sarawak's development momentum. The Sarawak Corporate Leadership Summit 2025 served as a platform for 115 leaders from statutory bodies and government-linked companies, GLCs, in Sarawak to deliberate on the future direction of leadership and governance. Sarawak Secretary Dato' Amar Muhammad Abu Bakar Marzuki said the theme of this year's summit, Future Ready Governance, Catalyzing Collaborative Leadership for Sarawak's Next Lift, underscores the importance of strengthening the foundations of leadership and governance to ensure Sarawak achieves a high-income and sustainable economy by 2030.
In these remaining years, we must accelerate implementation, strengthening our coordination, and uphold the highest standard of governance among the government-linked companies and the state statutory bodies to ensure that every policy, every investment, and every initiative moves Sarawak closer to the goal of prosperity, inclusiveness, and sustainability.
Meanwhile, Dato' Amar Muhammad Abu Bakar explained that the ability of corporate leaders to adapt to change, strengthen governance, and collaborate strategically is seen as the key to driving Sarawak's next phase of development under the post-COVID-19 Development Strategy 2030. He stressed that statutory bodies and GLCs play vital roles as engines of economic growth and custodians of the state's strategic assets, roles that demand not only efficiency and accountability, but also adaptability, collaboration, and forward-thinking. The use of data analytics and artificial intelligence technology is the main driver in the development of Sarawak's digital economy. Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari stated that Sarawak has significant potential to emerge as a regional innovation hub, provided that modern technology is fully leveraged by local industrial and research sectors.
With the advent of AI, because AI consolidates all the data in a very small chip, they no longer be able to use silicon as their wafer.
He made the remarks during his speech at the launch of the Insights Analytics Berhad Prospectus at the Hikmah Exchange here on Tuesday. According to Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari, Sarawak is currently involved in the development of analog storage technology used in the automation and medical industries through research collaborations with Generic Electric and other international partners. He stated that continuous efforts in research and development and investment in technology will strengthen Sarawak's position as a leader in the innovation and knowledge-based digital economy. In addition, he also stressed that the development of the digital economy must be supported by highly knowledgeable human capital skilled in technology to ensure Sarawak is prepared to face future challenges. The Sarawak International and Digital Economy Conference 2025, IDEX 2025, on 22 and 23 October will highlight the theme of AI and green evolution, growth, challenges, and community resilience. Entering its 8th edition, Sarawak Minister of Utility and Telecommunication, Datuk Sri Julaihi Narawi, said that this year's organising committee has made several changes, including featuring leading names in the field of artificial intelligence and digital innovation.
Tetapi empat speakers utama ialah James Barrett, penulis buku Our Final Invention, Artificial Intelligence and the End of Human Era. Itu di antara empat speakers utama. Yang kedua ialah Dr. Aisha Kana yang terkenal sebagai globally recognized AI expert, entrepreneur and CEO of ADO. Dan yang ketiga ialah Dr. Justin Cohen, was leading expert in human transformation using AI. Dan yang keempat ialah Scott Bales ataupun Bells, futurist innovation strategist expert in digital transformation and leadership.
He said this during a press conference after paying a courtesy call on Sarawak Premier Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari to Dato' Abang Openg at the complex Satria Pertiwi on Wednesday. IDEX 2025 will be officiated by the Sarawak Premier on its first day at the Borneo Convention Centre, Kuching. Sarawak is set to mark the 79th birthday celebration of the Yang di-Pertuan Negeri Tun Prince Sri Dr. Haji Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar with a series of events from October 9 to 12 that highlight unity, gratitude and appreciation for the head of state's service to the people. Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, who chairs the celebration committee, said the annual observance represents the highest official state event that brings together leaders and citizens across Sarawak in a shared spirit of harmony.
Hari jadi ataupun hari lahir amat penting sekali kepada setiap insan, setiap manusia dan kepada Sarawak. Tuan yang terutama adalah orang yang tertinggi ataupun yang kita amat segani, amat sanjungi dan memang secara memang kita apabila kita nak menyambut hari perayaan hari lahir ini ia adalah secara negeri, rakyat dan juga kerajaan Sarawak menunjukkan kesetiaan, kegembiraan kita untuk sama-sama menyambut hari lahir tersebut. Sebab itulah hari lahir Tuan Yang terutama ini dalam banyak-banyak acara. Perayaan hari lahir adalah perayaan yang boleh dikira tinggi dari segi staturnya.
He said this during a Juh Randall special edition interview. The 4-day celebration begins on October 9th with a Majlis Kesyukuran at Masjid Jamek Kuching, followed by a multi-faith Thanksgiving ceremony coordinated by Unifor on October 10 at the Imperial Hotel. For the first time, Tun Prince Sri Wan Junaidi is expected to attend both events, symbolizing Sarawak's commitment to interfaith understanding. The Istiadat Perbarisan dan Rapat Raksasa, which is the main highlight, will take place on October 11th at Padang Merdeka, Kuching, featuring more than 100 contingents from government departments, agencies, and community organizations. This will be followed by the investiture ceremony at Astana Negeri Sarawak, where state honours and medals will be presented to distinguished individuals in recognition of their contributions to Sarawak. The Santapan Negeri and Majlis Jamuan Negeri will be hosted at the State Legislative Assembly Banquet Hall in the evening, followed by the cutting of the birthday cake and a grand fireworks display. A concert rakyat will also be held simultaneously at Padang Merdeka, featuring local and national artists to allow the public to join in the festivities. The celebration will conclude on October 12 with a Majlis Jamuan Teh at Riverside Majestic Hotel, where Tun Perin Sri Wan Junaidi and Toh Puan Dato Sri Fauziah Muhammad Sanusi will present contributions to orphans, youths, and underprivileged recipients with a total of 150 beneficiaries this year. The Malaysia Agreement 1963, MA63, has become a symbol of equal partnership that has strengthened the position and rights of Sarawak and Sabah in the Federation of Malaysia since its establishment over 6 decades ago. Deputy Minister in the Sarawak Premier's Department, Law, MA63, and State Federal Relations, Datuk Sharifah Hasidah Said Aman Ghazali said that MA63 is not just a historical document, but rather the foundation of the federal system that guarantees the autonomy, rights, and interests of the state.
Our federation is not built on domination, but on partnership, not on uniformity, but on respect for diversity, and not on centralization, but on carefully balanced safeguards that would protect the rights and interests of Sarawak and Sabah for generations to come.
He said this when speaking at the International Legal Talk Series program in Kuching on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Dato Sharifah Hasidah also explained that MA63 is a continuing commitment that serves as a guide for the government in ensuring that the country's policies and laws remain in line with the principle of equal partners.
It's not merely a historical document. It is the cornerstone of our Federation of Malaysia. It encapsulates the carefully negotiated terms upon which Malaysia came into being as a nation.
And that's the English edition with me, Phillip Yeoh. More news can be found in our official portal, ukas.sarawak.gov.my, and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. Tonight's UCAS Bulletin concludes with displays from the Sarawak Corporate Leadership Summit 2025 on Wednesday. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.